33, Bedbugs Bunny. Number 710, Mo Fasta. Number 314, Bip. Number 626, Witch Slapped. Number 777, Colonel Skirts. Number 807, Hell's Bell. Number 983, Eve Soika, I'm going to say. 4062, Reverend Painted. And 420, that's Astro Thought. That's the skaters for UINTA Madness.
And for Lockeford, you have number 4, Hubba Bubba. Number 5, Hardcore. Number 7, Modest. Number 11, Stiletto. Number 12, CBD Hits. Number 14, Lickety Split. Number 18, Slick Mick. Number 22, Tumble. Number 25, the A-Train. Number 36, Salamala Anderson. Number 57, Terra Tots. Number 61, Roller Candy. Number 69, Bad Mama Jamma. Number 110, Let's Be Honest. Number 323, Anaphylactic Shock. And number 888, Earthquake. That is your Lockeford Roller Derby team.
As if right on cue, hitting the post like a good radio DJ. That's your roll-up whistle for the first jam. We'll get you the officials momentarily. Once this wraps up, your first jammer for UINTA is number 4062, Reverend Painted.
And number 12, CBD Hits, the sly and bouncy one. Let's see what he's able to do. He tries to take the load, makes a move to the high. 4062 is quickly sequestered by 6-1, and let's be honest, giving just enough time for CBD Hits to get a clean break. Jammer, but it looks as if Rev is trapped up in the back there. Rev is having a hard time with that tripod, and it looks like they're able to recycle with offense played by Bip. All right, CBD tries to make a move, goes high. Bip lays a shoulder, hits the butt. Not quite enough. CBD slides on by. Rev taking a big hit from Let's Be Honest, and there's a yard sale. Everyone slides down to the infield. CBD coming around for his second pass, able to pick up one. Let's see, he makes another move, cuts off the Rev. All right, looks as if CBD can keep it rolling. Hits Bip chest to chest. And CBD flying with another pass. All right, we got 10 seconds left in the jam. Let's see if he can make another clean pass over here. Makes a move, goes high. Oh, has a nice clean pass, ending the jam. Looking like he's going to have 3 passes.
Lockeford with the big offensive output there early. You saw at the very, very end of it. Oh, look at that. Listening for another penalty. The CBD Hits. We're going to check the points. It is 14 points for Lockeford. However, a penalty on CBD Hits. We've got a power jam, the earliest you could possibly legally have one, in jam number 2.
Is there no pregame penalties?
I don't think so.
It would
but
be
I'm
impressive.
Yeah, it would be impressive to get a penalty before the game.
All right.
So that's motion sickness, number 5 for UINTA.
Oh,
my!
A big hit by A-Train.
We were told before that the A-Train brings the power. That was quite a hit on motion sickness.
I have said it time and time again, and I can't be a big enough hype man for the A-Train. He is deceptively quick. All right. We have a green lead jammer. As there's only one jammer, they're just the jammer. They don't even need to be called.
So Sick now catching up to the pack again. A blocker to get out of the way. Now in there, up there to do battle with that tripod at the front, deposited on the ground once again by the A-Train.
All right, chest to chest against Stiletto, makes a move low, has to deal with A-Train to try and go high, back to Stiletto's chest. A-Train with one more pop and is able to hold them against the rail, squeezing ever so tightly. Sick with a nice little spin move, tries the low, but there he is again. This is some lockdown defense from Lockeford.
Excellent defense on the penalty kill. We will check and see how many skaters. 3 points on that power jam, so they did prevent a full scoring pass.
Man, that is impressive. That
Very
is really
impressive.
That's dedication.
Motion sickness was in the pack for quite a while, so that's really a great game of the 2 blockers that didn't get caught staying in front of her at all times. Them, staying in front of them, my apologies. getting to know new skaters and glancing over quickly and then having to glance back. Sorry about that. Anyhow.
All right, Slick Mick takes the high. Almost has a challenge, but just barely gets squeezed on through. Slick Mick with the clean break is coming in hot.
Looking at the back of the pack, and the UINTA jammer still held in.
Oh, with the jump! Slick Mick making it look easy!
Hell's Bell trying to go to the high side, runs out of room. Astro Thought opens the door. Hell's Bell again trying to get through, pinned in once again. More lock defense on the front end of the pack. Hell's Bell then able to get out. Astro Thought eliminates the Lockeford jammer with the shoulder.
All right, Slick goes to the high. A nice, clean little offensive block by Hubba Bubba. Open it up for Slick Mick to clear out that last pass before the end of the jam. You know, I really do enjoy watching Slick Mick, primarily because I'm a large fan of Slick Rick's music.
Yes.
You could really say that Slick Mick is the Mona Lisa of jamming.
Easy to say.
Thank you, thank you.
Indeed, very easy to say.
All right, Rev tries the high, and once again met by a really hard tripod. Let's be honest, throwing that hip, not letting him into that low. Down to 10 feet, that's 5 feet, and he calls it. CBD hustles to end that, and Bip is taking a tumble. And I also really love, even from this announcer's booth, you'll clearly be able to hear Bip hollering anytime they hit the floor. It's a nice little, screech, a nice little holler, just letting you know they're there.
There you go. This, look out, I am on the ground, do not roll over me. We have motion sickness at the jammer line once again for UINTA. And that is Slick Mick once again for Lockeford. So we've settled into a fairly set rotation of jammers very early on here, it would seem.
And Slick Mick playing defense, that very patient and sees the hole. Able to hit a pivot, able to get out. Spectacular by Slick Mick. That is some cerebral jamming.
UINTA jammer was just about clear and just got clipped at the end. Gave Slick Mick a chance to get out.
Goes high, goes low, takes it, easy money, passes. Oh, gorgeous. You love seeing high quality, agility-based jamming. It just looks so fun.
Now motion sickness is going to help wall up at the back of the pack.
Tries the seam, shoves the jammer. The shove. Tries the rail, trying to squeeze on through. All right, and it looks as if Slick is able to get up front. Let's see if there are any penalties assessed. There was, in fact, a penalty. It looks as if somebody will be down one. Green will be down a blocker.
Lockeford with 9 points again on this jam. That is Hell's Bell jamming again for UINTA. And that's Hardcore.
All right, 777 able to lay a hit, but does step out. Hardcore is able to make a break. Hardcore moving with some speed, and you have Green Jammer coming up into the back, trying to make some move, and the offense is there. Bip trying to make a hit, able to seal Bubba a little bit, but Hardcore is able to use Bubba to get through and uses that whip to get some more speed. Another pass is coming. The star is off. The star is in Jammer's hand, and will they pass it? The pivot seems to be in the back, and the pivot is taking their pivot's fixing their skate. That star is off, but there's no one to hand it to. Hardcore with another pass.
Hardcore coming around as quick.
Bip tries to make a move. Hardcore makes a quick dodge.
Equipment malfunction and is back up to join the pack. That just had to completely untie and retie like every lace on the skate. I'm just sitting here watching it go on right in front of me.
And ironically, the same thing happened to Lockeford yesterday. You had Hardcore, who just had a very successful high point jam, who was jamming without toe stops yesterday.
I recall that. I do recall that. We were going to have a timeout of some flavor. It's an official timeout, according to Freya Hugs. So we're going to take a stoppage and let the officials talk that one over. Let's get you the officials roster on this first timeout, why don't we? Get those glasses off so I can read this. Your head referee, Lollipop. Your front pack is Ref Boyardee. Back pack is Jacked Hart. Your jam refs are Debris and Tiger Bomb. Your OPRs are Arson and Prince Albert. Your game executioner, Freya Hugs. Your penalty trackers are Mama Seidel and Jax to Win. Penalty boxes are Baby Bat and Abby Arsenic. Your whiteboard is Gypsy Danger. Your eyes are Lumbre de la Luna and Ruth Slater Ginsburg. Your scoreboard is Infidel Castro. Runner is Lucifer. Your alternate skater is Mick Winkle. And, of course, your medics. We've got Zora La Bruja, once again, is your medic for this block of bouts.
All right, we have Rev and CVD back out there. Let's hope that UINTA was able to take some time and shift that momentum back in their favor. All right, Rev with a quick pop to CBD, knocks him on the infield, but is cleared out quickly by Lockeford's blocker, number 6'9". Nice. That is Bad Mama Jamma, or Mama Jamma. I'll let them tell me later. All right, Rev tries that high. CBD makes a nice little hop and clears the wall. Rev does make it out, and Rev's going to get some points unless CBD can call it. Let's see what he wants to do. All right, they're calling for points. I hear it. CBD tries and hits in the back. Might have been clean, who knows? And then he calls it. Let's see what happens. Woo!
Yeah, Rev comes sliding in there. Full head of steam, always on the pursuit. We always say, hey, kids, skate through the whistle, run out your grounders, follow through, and intend your puns. Good rules to live by. That's 9 points for Lockeford.
There were, in fact, 2 black penalties, but it was not on. There was no power jam. All right, it is a 4-on-3 jam with Slick Mick in the back, and
it's going to be
3-3-3.
That's Bedbugs Bunny jamming for UINTA, one of our league skaters here subbing in for UINTA. Help them field a full team in this tournament.
All right, Slick takes a spill. Looks like a little bit of a skate malfunction.
Slick Mick gets up to go. Track Monster wanted lunch after breakfast earlier.
I've heard about this Track Monster blocker. I hear they're absolutely dominant.
Hungry, long tournament, works up an appetite. Bugs will slide in to force the call off.
You know, I hear that the Track Monster creates a great wall when you combine Track Monster and gravity.
Yes.
I hear that combination can be really oppressive to any skater.
Track Monster exists in flat track. However, in bank track, Track Monster has an advantage.
Oh, yep. And even here, I hear there's a legend in the bank track world, the rail. I hear the rail is a mean blocker.
You can absolutely use the rail. The pack definitely knows that the rail is also your blocker. And don't forget, the rail's also haunted.
Oh, the rail is haunted.
The rail is haunted.
Tell me more, because CBD Hits just laid a big hit, and that took all of my attention. CBD with a nice break. And on top of that, it looks as if UINTA tries the star pass, but it is getting completely limited by number 5. All right, Bip trying to play some offense, squeezed up on the rail. CBD is able to break.
Now trying to head forward, trying to track the star. We do have the star stashed. It's Hell's Bell. Still trying to fight by a Lockeford defender at the front of the pack. This Lockeford defense has been extremely stingy throughout.
CBD is really taking advantage of being able to carve up and down those tracks. Really making no contact passes that are really being advantageous. Really going to help them limit that the opportunities for UINTA to do anything about him just by basis of maneuverability. Woo! He gets out of there, but it was, as much as I was saying that agility, he was just taking every edge, every inch he could.
Yes.
It was really cool to watch.
Yes. I was going to say, speaking of the rail, that spot right back there, right about where I'm pointing, that's the Sweet Feet hangout spot. That's where Sweet Feet got knocked into the rail last year during Roller Rage by Lightning the Queen and went up over the rail grabbed it with his legs and then hung upside down to pose for pictures
Look-
before pulling himself back over the rail to continue the jam.
Like a true bat hang?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's
Mid-jam.
impressive.
Mid-jam, true back hang, but then pulled himself upright, flipped back on the track, and then went on to force the call off.
Now, if you had said that about any skater that I know other than Sweet Feet and said, oh yeah, able to do that, completely intentional, I wouldn't believe you. If you said that Sweet Feet meant to do every bit of that, I'd see it.
Yeah. It was he had caught himself. He would have obviously, he caught himself on the rail and would have stopped. But the full back hang was definitely the icing on the cake.
I also got the great pleasure of skating with them at USAR's Nationals and getting to hang out with them a little bit. Really do enjoy their presence. Speaking of which, also same with Lockeford. My exposure to Lockeford is just their dominance in the USAR's world. So I really do enjoy getting to experience them. In general, I think all of them are wonderful people.
Ready to go after that official time out.
Ooh, it does look as if there's potentially a 5-on-3 power jam.
We've got our first power jam for UINTA with 3:17 to go until halftime.
All right, I want to hear those engines getting revved. Let's see what you got, Rev. And we're off. Rev tries to take the low. Has a clean opening by 626. That was an amazing offensive play by Witch Slapped.
How's it going? Hey, how are you, sir?
All right, Rev on his second pass. He's going to grab some points here. It looks as if they're going to try and run, but Bip is able to hold. Rev takes the high, is able to get blocked. It only goes chest to chest, last one. All right, it seems as if that's being good containment. Only has to do is pass that one on 6-1. All right, there is some good containment, but let's see if Bip can open that up again. She's been playing some good offense. 626 with another nice hit and another 626 opening. You love a good offensive blocker.
Roller Candy, number 61 for Lockeford, has been an absolute menace this entire tournament. And he came around and drilled Rev right in the sternum, and Rev just absorbed it. That was quite a collision, and just a lot of sort of got dissipated. Rev up to the high side, mid-scoring pass as the whistle blows, so we'll check on the score.
And also the friends in the stands and anybody that may be playing roller derby today, if you can hear my voice and you have a water bottle nearby, hydrate. You are just a houseplant with complicated emotions. Hydrate.
Absolutely. The weather here is wonderful and nice today, and don't let that fool you. Continue hydrating. I'm hydrating. I mean, I have a Diet Mountain Dew sitting in front of me, but I'm drinking actual hydrating liquids between bouts. Don't worry. That was a 9-point power jam for Rev and UINTA.
All right, 60-point differential, but it's still anybody's game. Slick Mick coming in through a nice wall and able to get around a down skater, make it able to get out.
Jammer for UINTA is Bedbugs Bunny and is still fighting, still looking, pinned up to the rail.
Ooh, gets dropped potentially by her own skater. Looks like there was some contact. Slick Mick takes the high. 710 misses it and does not have the opportunity to get any contact because Slick Mick is just that fast.
Now Bugs trailing along behind that last blocker of Lockeford, trying to look for an opening. Gets around that one, still has another one to get past, and finally, there goes Bugs. They're out and clear.
All right, Slick Mick takes the low. Hey, it was a big hit, able to knock him, but doesn't have to honor it. Does get in. Taco with a nice big hit.
We are.
Ooh, and it looks as if Green is down a jammer.
Penalty coming in, so this is going to take us to the end of the first half on a power jam for Lockeford, and that is going to be Hardcore number 5.
There's that bip scream that I love so much. All right, you got Hardcore taking the load and juking high, able to get around that 2-wall up front, and it's money.
Quickly making her way. Still 45 seconds on the power jam clock, so time for 3 passes maybe, depending on how this goes.
Ooh, looks like there's some contact. Everybody's able to reform. Bip able to lay a hit. Abel's going to try and contain. Can't quite get that hip in front, and Hardcore is able to slip out.
Good job by the defense of UINTA, though, to frustrate at least and slow down the number of scoring possibilities, we should say.
Woo! You love that hip swivel to really use those edges to get in and out. That was spectacular.
Yeah,
Hardcore with another great move.
That one a lot quicker. This one now a chance at a third, weaving around.
Bip is able to make some contact and shoving number 5 into it. Able to get that hip, tries one more, but there's some swiveling. Does she get all of those? We'll see.
Great effort there, trying to just weave, and you saw trying to stick the hips in front of it as many skaters as they possibly could.
We are at halftime.
And the score is being flashed up. Under discussion by sign language. And it's a 13-point power jam for Lockeford to take us up to halftime.